Well, hello, folks. Top Gun here with you, and I got a good one for you today. We've had a lot going on. A lot, really, but not. It's the bottom of the bear market. Almost. Kinda. Which markets? A whole bunch of things are turning over and changing. So, in financial legacy, the realization that energy prices are dropping due to recession. Inflation's dropping due to the bad reasons. So we're watching some prices go down, and risk off assets like bonds are finally starting to return to normal. So the end of the world is falling off the table. No, no, not so much anymore. World never seems to end, does it? But it doesn't mean it's going to be all-time new highs of stocks. So I'm thinking it's still going to be, we're nothing's really changed. We're waiting to see the action that happens in Q1 2023. Got to see how the Fed starts slowing those rate hikes because, yeah, maybe 50 or 25 basis rate hikes, but they're not going to stop. Like the ultimate target, where I think they had 5 or 5.5%, maybe it's 6.5%, 7% now. Like, oh, so I mean, if they're raising hike, if they decide to go all the way into Q2 with a little hike, like playing chicken, can we get away with a little bit more? A little bit more. It'll build the ammo they need to be able to do a proper pivot, maybe in Q2 or Q3 or even Q4. We'll see how long they play this game of chicken. FTX and other central exchanges already blowing up like the other banks did. It's chaos. Like this is where everything's starting to shift and change, but defensive. So I mean, General Mills, still doing okay. Schmucker's still doing all right. Lean Hog still new big tech. So yeah, we've got all this going on in the market, and I'm not even looking at stocks for a change. Here we go. Let's pull up some, because yeah, Hex. What did we have happen? Now even I, unfortunately, was busy when this happened and also didn't have any money because I went in on 2.6 cents and I was getting ready to move some over. And the way I KYC, it takes a couple of days for me to get money to the ability to buy crypto because this delay, sometimes I have powder ready on a dip and sometimes I don't. So I already used by 2.6 cents. So I missed. Nothing set up for anything here at 2.5, 2.4. It even wicked all the way down to 2.3. And I think I missed it. I'm sad. But it is what it is. I'm still glad I caught 2.6 because it's already back up to 2.7. Oh, go, Hex, go. Yeah? Eh. So a little bit of action. Yeah, the chart looks scarier, but hey, if I zoom in, then it's a little less scary. We're seeing the possible turnaround. Now, there's been no huge reversals, but I mean, we were looking to close to double bottom off this. I mean, it's been a long, horrible bear market, and even though stock markets, the SPY and everything, I think there's more downturn. There's still, I mean, a bunch of stablecoins exited crypto in panic, but there's still a lot, billions of stablecoins waiting to go back into riskier assets. So, could we see a turnaround in crypto earlier, or at least some steady sideways action as the selling is all done with, but the actual signal to go may not be in? Not sure what to wait for. This is, for me, all first, and I know this is getting very close, but I mean, we still haven't hit 11K in Prey, really. But when I look at my macro stuff, like, okay, so we're still bounced and stayed, but I mean, this sideways action is not healthy. Not healthy at all since FTX. It's just cannot regain over, and it's just waiting to collapse down. So I'm thinking not 15,000, but 14,000 is the next test, where it's gonna crap down a test. We'll see. we'll see. And if that's going on, there's still a lot more pain to happen in the market. But I like smaller assets. Like Hex has traditionally moved against the market. It's up 8%. Well, Ethereum's only up 4%. So this is the altcoin season that usually props first, where the smaller projects go first. Speaking of which, I've been taking a little bit of a beating here. Like you guys know, this is one of my favorites. I am. The whole reason I'm doing a show tonight, the title. Even though, yeah, I got my DCA into Hex, so I'm feeling proud there, and no one can yell at me because, hey, I spent my money on Hex. I'm a good Hexican, okay? I'm allowed to still be a little bit of a degenerate and like other things that I think are well built. So I know that, yeah, this whole time I've made fun of IM for just being a meme coin, but it's part of a 2-token system for the wallet, the Internet Money Wallet. And even when you download it, because it's meant for new users, this isn't even the right one. I gotta go re-download a newer version of it. So why don't we do that today? Wouldn't that be fun? I think that'd be fun. So let's take the IM crypto and remove it from Chrome. Goodbye. And then always, if you see this update in 3 dots, no matter what you're doing, even if it's a YouTube video, it's a good time to relaunch. Ta-da! Oh, God. Well, advertisements everywhere, advertisements. So, internetmoney.io. They've got a sacrifice going on because of this wallet, and it literally starts in 2 hours while I'm shooting this video. So, when you're watching it, maybe less than an hour, maybe it's already started. Who knows what time you've gotten around to this. But if you choose to sacrifice, no expectations of profits derived from the work of others. Do you understand? Do you? If so, you can continue. And this is where I want to be very loud and proud about this. I do volunteer IM services in their Telegram chat because I believe in the project. I have volunteer written code for them because I believe in the project. They have tipped me in some stable coin. I wasn't expecting it, but this means I have received money from these guys. I am heavily invested in these guys. More heavily invested in Hex, but I'm heavily invested in these guys. More heavily invested in PulseX, but I'm heavily invested in these guys. So, I have bias. You might as well consider me a paid promoter. I am not paid to promote. But now that I've received money, the waters are murky. Don't trust me. Do your research. Go to Telegram and ask one of the admins that isn't me some questions about the project. Go to the website yourself. Maybe download some different tools to poke around and play with this beta version of the wallet. Because they do have this lovely button for download the wallet, available for iOS, Apple, Android, and Google Chrome. Now, this needs an update because it says coming soon. Maybe we need to. Oh, I shouldn't have deleted it from my browser yet. This update is actually finished. It's being pushed literally as we speak. It's one of the tidbits I get for being an admin. So I thought I was going to be able to throw this on and even show off the wallet. Of course. Refresh. We'll try that. They've upgraded there. Yeah, the link's disabled, but it will be enabled very, very, very shortly. The push is actually being put through. So the reason it was disabled was you clicked on it and an earlier beta version with not all the features was coming up, and that looks really bad. So Google team, hey guys, would you re-push this update? The devs had to recorrect and re-push the right one. It's been pushed basically. So what's waiting now is a little update to the website to re-enable the link because the proper version is there. So we need the link back, guys. If any of the devs are watching this, need the link back. No, they know. They know. And look at that. I'm so excited. 2 hours and 26 minutes. So I've gone on about this wallet plenty of times in my videos. So the first sacrifice, there was no wallet. There was merely an imagining of maybe a wallet. And there was the meme token, I am, with 700 holders, which now has 1,450 holders at the current moment. It had 420 trillion. Now it still says that, but let's go see how much is in the burn address. Oh, over 410. That officially means there's less than 10 trillion tokens. Less supply than pulse X. And it's deflationary. It always has been, but it used to be a vote to burn. Now it's going to be a buy and burn because of the wallet. Because just like the DEX, the wallet does swaps. And so it will have the buy burn pressure that I do all of my crazy math with. Yes. So, crystal ball. Oh, look at that. I have, and why am I doing this in this instead of Google Sheets? Because, oh, look, I have working graphs. I've always been an Excel wizard, but Google Sheets is just a little bit different. It throws me off. Ew, I don't like it. But here I've still got now some interesting things. So bullish in terms, we're setting this to MetaMask. So the base users, according to them, 21 million wallets. All right. So 1% bullish terms. And then my scaling had been set to 100. Let's start with 2,000. Well, did you know, interestingly, if I change the scale to just 50, that's still not right. If I change the scale to 33, that's about right. We already have 6,000 wallets. I was already underestimating this whole time the starting number of wallets we could have, and the buy and burn doesn't even start till version 1 starts in January. So the buy and burn is going to be very, very low in power, and there's some things I have to change here so the numbers look right, because no initial sell-off exchange for pulse to pulse X. That's not a thing. The 10% year over year, that doesn't affect the first year. It's only all the other ones, but still, anything less than 25% a year, I think, kind of a joke. This wallet's already started to explode up. So I think that adoption will like 100x or less. Like we'll get to 200,000 by the end of the first year, I'm thinking. By the time we hit January 2024, I think we'll have had 2,000 downloads for the wallet. We'll see though. So now, I need to also set this for IM for the liquidity pools. Boom. So we can see here amount it'll be worth after the first year. Well, having this upgrade to the number of wallet users has bumped this. This used to be like 5% in my original one. I thought it'd be 1,000. Then it went up to, I think I had it up to 8 or 9%. Now it's almost 11% growth in the first year to an investment, to the price from the buy and burn action. If we start hitting these kind of numbers, and then I'm thinking when I have adoption set at 25% year over year with my S curve built in, well, look, the wallet can get to 328 possibly in this possible future. Now this is just a model to assume like we'll change the adoption rate and have a look at what that future would look like. But in this future, it takes 5 years to break 1 million. If we crank this up, though, to a 50% year over year, something more like the team wants to see, I think they want to see even better than that. But that only takes 4 years to break 1.5 million. Getting close by the end of year 3. So, I mean, this kind of stuff, as we see the adoption rate spike off, the investment, like later on, 5 years, long term, depending on what the bull market does, and none of this takes in outside market buy pressure. This is just what this buyer would do to the system if no one else was playing. So while the market's taking its sharp ups and downs, technically it's got this up curve tilting the ups and downs upwards. So I mean, market's still going to go down, market's still going to go up, we're still going to see corrections. It's just we're always going to see one very drunk buyer going, I don't care what the price is, I'm programmed to. Bye. Go, drunken little buyer berry. You're better than Sailor because you don't leverage up to buy. You just use steady revenue, every little penny that you can. You go, little buyer berry. And little buyer berry is going to not exert a lot of force over the first year because this is still just guesses. But even at 200,000 users per year, where are we? 7 months, 10 months, 11 months. This is the buy pressure in a month. Roughly $100 worth of buy pressure. Of course, this will be in a layer 1 token, assumably on the network it's on, if these were the conditions on that network. A lot of if, could, should, and woulds. I play math, but it requires I'm taking a bunch of guesses. The formula's right, but I have no idea if the input numbers are right. That's why I build it this way and look at a bunch of different input numbers to see what the different futures could look like. Now, the way I have the first year set up, so, I mean, just seeing that that kicked off even stronger, theoretically, another way I could have done this, instead of changing my scaling to 33, is change the bullish in terms to 3%. Because I somehow feel like we're going to 100x in the first year. Whatever we have, go from 6,000 to 600,000. I don't know. I just feel like that first year is going to be big. This could be completely wrong for an assumption. Just a way to look at the numbers and try and see what an investment has the potential to do. So I'm taking a wild guess at what kind of scaling the first year will have. But in terms of comparing it to MetaMask, like how well could we do? Could we nuzzle up on them? I don't think we'll overtake them. That would be crazy at the end of the first year to overtake them. That would require us to get to 21 million in the end of the first year. I don't think that's really, I'm still crazy about that, but I thought 2,000. Looking at how many were in the Telegram chat and all that, I hadn't really expected it or guessed it, but what if we could even get to 5? 500,000. What kind of action will we get in that first year? And then after that, see a kind of average X action of growth. Now, I generally think like a 10x kind of thing was where I was putting my imaginings, but even on this, I'd have to set it to that then, and set this to that. Am I doing that right? Nope. Getting closer to doing this right. There we go. Look at that. Get to 100,000 users in the first year, starting with 6,000 downloads already before the sacrifice starts, and the beta's just going live, and Google Chrome's not even out yet, and that's just on Android and iOS. And now my scale is a lot less than 100. 17, just 17 times more people, like a little word of mouth wave, enjoyment of those referral links for the first year, getting that word out about the wallet until some experienced crypto users have adopted it. What kind of action will that first year have? That's what I'm trying to figure out with my crystal ball. So I love this project because the dividend payments from the swap fees through the WD token are amazing. Like, whatever asset the WD token launches on. So this sacrifice, the first one was for Pulse Chain. And this one is for Ethereum and BNB. So if you sacrifice for this, if this wallet does theoretically what they want it to do, no expectations of the work of others, then you'll get paid in the swap fees in layer 1 token from those chains. So BNB get paid in that, Ethereum get paid in that for your little percentage cut of the fee pool from all the future trades on there. And you've even got this new little thing, future token. And that is a placeholder. So you know how, we sacrificed for Pulse X, we sacrificed for all these things, and now, well, I don't want to use my SAC wallet to do this airdrop. Like, I don't want to contaminate it because I'm still waiting for the sacrifice. What if it gets damaged? Like, my wallet is forever turned to that sacrifice. And, an example, if you got in on the first sacrifice for Pulse, WD, well then, you're going to get a $1 to $1. If you got $50 in on that first sacrifice, whether it was Pool A or Pool B, doesn't matter. $50 worth of credit for you and that wallet are going to Pool A of this sacrifice. So everyone's getting looped in. So the $1.5 million are starting in Pool A of this sacrifice, and this Pool A is 12 million instead of 1.2. Still 2 billion tokens. Yeah, that means you get 10 times less points for the price in the sacrifice, but it's for all future chains as well. Not just Binance and Ethereum. That's where the future token comes in. Instead of the airdrops for everything they work on being tied to the wallet that sacrificed, well, once they drop the WD tokens and this future token, now every airdrop after for sacrifice honoring and everything else will be dropped to the future token and not the wallet. So if you think your wallet's been compromised, you can move the future token to a new wallet and do your claims from there, or separate it from something else so maybe you can interact your wallet and do a different claim. Like, or wow, for whatever reason you just really spite this project, you don't even like me, think I'm too annoying, and you want out, so you can sell it, theoretically make a market for it if there isn't one. There are a lot of uses with the future token, because what if it launches on AVAX? Well, anyone holding the future token will get the airdrop of the WD for the AVAX chain. Oh, well, what if it launches on Platinum? Same thing. What if it... Same thing. Well, what... Same thing. Same thing. EVM chain compatible. This won't work on something like Chia, because that's not EVM. And I'm trying to beg them for the love of God not to touch Solana. All the crap that's happened there. But like, if the wallet will work for there, it all comes down to whether they want to tweak things and release a WD token and swap fee collection on that chain properly. So we'll see how it goes. But this sacrifice is opening up. It'll go for 30 days, apparently. And if they don't sell a single dollar, that's all right. They'll keep all the tokens. And they'll keep all the dividends. And if they sell out Pool A, there's still a Pool B again. Same thing. And we'll see how it goes. But this should be exciting. The wallet, I really, it's just, those little things. What should you try? Like, the sacrifice has nothing to do with this, but so on your iOS device or Android, you can download and check out the mobile versions of this right now. That is out there. The beta is live. It's working. The audit is not finished. So this is where, if you want to use it for some test tokens on testnet, that's all I'm doing with it. I'm not willing to put any real cryptocurrency through my wallet yet. I'm waiting for the audit, and then I'll generate a new seed if they make any changes. So I'm considering any current wallets just burner ones. This is just to play with it and get used to the format. But I really would have liked to have shown that off. But if I shown off the old version, I think that would have been a little upsetting for them as well. They want everything looking proper and perfect. So, the Chrome version. I wanted to show it to you. Show you the wallet, because it is smooth. One thing is the mobile version doesn't have a browser in it yet, but with the Chrome version, that obviously doesn't matter. But the mobile version, very smooth. Um, it's loading balance totals from all sorts of coins all over Paul's chain on the testnet. Like, love it, love it. So I mean, I'm very excited, really excited, guys, because I was around for the first one, and obviously, I am a little extra excited and a little biased because, again, very biased here. Don't trust what I say. Go in here, do your research, because down here we got calculate pool B points powered by Top Gun. Now, I did not actually make this front end, but I built the logic statements and wrote one line of code to show how they work together in Excel. A bunch of if statements. And so they gave me credit. That's right, it's a clickable link. It's by Top Gun. Is that going to take me to Tom Cruise? No, it's going to take you to John McAfee's illegal clone. Hi, guys. Sorry. If you want Tom Cruise, you're going to have to go somewhere else. So, yeah, this calculator runs pretty close to the basic concepts of mine. Instead of doing future projections like daily, what a day's could look like if on that day's volume. So to give you guys an idea, when I calculate, I look at MetaMask, which their daily volume is between 15 to 20 million. So I use 15 million. Now that's on all the chains that MetaMask interfaces on, all the EVM chains, which eventually Internet Money will do the same. But the fun thing about these is those swap fees. So if, let's say, 10 million of it is done on Ethereum and 2 million of it's done on BNB and the other 3 million is spread out against other chains, the buy and burn will be more effective on Ethereum. So as you're doing in a daily volume here, you could put in 15 million and basically look at, well, this would be on all chains, but how do I know each chain? Well, there aren't really good numbers for that. So I kind of just take it and divide it in 4. So, or 5. So let's take 15 million and take it down to 3 million. Okay. So 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. To give you an idea of what a per chain might look like. That's just a guess. That has nothing to do with reality, but you're looking at a fraction of the entire swap fees. So if you want to see it on BNB, you can kind of look and try and Google, search some numbers, and make your own guess at what portion of MetaMask swap fees are on BNB or what portion on our Ethereum, because that's what you're trying to figure out with this calculator is if I put in for this sacrifice, what are the swap fees going to make? Well, is this Ethereum or BNB's portion of MetaMask fees? So those numbers are not so easy to find, but just to tamper down expectations, if I use 20% of all the swap fees, I think BNB might be responsible for that. Ethereum might be responsible for that as well, maybe a little bit more. And then the other chains fight over the rest. I don't know. Could be higher, could be lower, but I feel like it's much better than just putting in all the swap fees for all the chains and being like, come on. So, again, so that's looking if you used MetaMask's numbers. So what will IM's numbers be? So when I look at that buy pressure, that's also not fair, the way that I'm doing it. But yeah, so I mean, if we're looking at what is it? 1% of 1% of the users of MetaMask start, except 3% of 1%. So let's just call it 10% of 1%. 1,000th. That's what that is. 1,000th. So if we divided this by 100, we lose 2 zeros. If we divide it by 1,000, we lose 3. So in the very beginning, in that first month, when the wallets are starting to be used on version 1, if there are only, say, 10,000 users for the wallet so far, when January rolls over, for all chains, that might be something more like the daily volume of trading, 15,000 a day on the wallet with 10,000 users. Okay, so like $1.50 worth of swap fees going through the wallet per person if there's that many. Some numbers that kind of make sense, that are complete guesses. Educated guesses because I like math, but still, I'd have no clue how accurate they are. There really are just gut instincts of knowing it's got to be a portion of a portion. So using some ratios, using my on my fly math that, you know, can be argued with, and because I recognize that people don't bother, because yeah, you can, but I am doing a pretty good job, I think. So yeah, 15,000 daily in that first, and then maybe in the second month it's more like 30,000. But again, all chains. So figure out your portion if you want to throw a number in there, and then this is just showing you on that day with those swap fees and that volume what you would make that day on that chain. And then that is the dollar value of the layer 1 token. So you'd have to go take that number and multiply it by whatever the price of the token is that day, Ethereum or BNB that you're looking at. Oh, fun with numbers, folks. Got to learn to earn, or you just, do some research, make sure you're comfortable, never seeing that money again with no expectation from work of others, and hope that this project goes off as everyone hopes, and just know that, yeah, sounds good. Numbers go up. I get paid in lots of Layer 1 tokens. Layer 1 tokens do well. So I got paid in that. I don't touch it for years, like 10 years, and there should be lots of Layer 1 tokens, and the price on those should have gone up by looking at past performance, which is no guarantee of future performance. Yeah, I love how everyone's like, come on, just give me a straight answer. I can't. That's how I get sued, and also, I don't know. The problem is, I said, like, my very first video, I'll never lie to you guys. I'll joke, I'll kid. I hope you can get sarcasm, but I'm never going to bold-faced lie to you. And my problem is, like a lot of other smart people, I consider a lot of possible futures. Which means, generally, the more intelligent you are, the less you believe in certainty. Nothing's guaranteed in life, but there are some pretty good bets. I start to understand relational odds, and even then, it's so easy to make mistakes calculating those. Oh, I forgot a variable. I changed everything. And even for all the calculating of odds, just because the odds of flipping a quarter is 50-50 of getting heads doesn't mean I can't flip a quarter and get tails 10 times in a row. Statistical anomalies. Fun. Numbers are just a way of trying to see the universe and make sense of things. And so I do a lot of them because that's my way of making sense. And yeah, I just think that the wallet is going to really, really cool because there's going to be commas. Like you see how much better it is. Oh yeah, I can't even add a comma in this calculator. I can't. Like if I you guys shout it out for me at home. How many? What number is that? How many zeros did I put in there? You can't tell. I can't tell. I have to do it by clicks of 3. So, that's a million. That's a million. That's a billion. Oh, 30 trillion. Okay, but wouldn't that have been so much easier with commas? And some of us have some really crap coins worth almost nothing, and we've got large numbers like that. No offense, Hedron. No offense, I am. Or even the Shiba Inu army. I hate shit. No offense if you're in here from there. I hope you like this. I think it's going to be better. But anyway, the point is 30 trillion. I can't see it without commas. The wallet's going to have commas. Okay, guys? The wallet's already got all the different networks preloaded with RPC. Also, you're going to be able to add custom RPC if you don't want to deal with the RPC that are doing the weird, funky things. Because even now, Uniswap was supposed to be a DEX. Supposed to have no admin keys. They've had the ability to start censoring and blocking addresses. anyone that interfaced with Tornado Cash. Wow, censorship's great, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's why I'm in crypto, to try and avoid that. So I'm very much waiting for PulseX to launch. Very happy about this wallet coming, even though it crosses some lines in decentralization. But problem is, big bankers get their hooks in. They got their system. They're crooked. Don't like it when they do things. Well, KG and Don aren't big bankers. But they're going to build an awesome utility, which isn't exactly a sex on ramp, but if they're actually going to tackle tech support for banking with your crypto, like, oh, my wallet's not working, you can't call anyone. But wait, I have an IM wallet, it's not MetaMask. There is tech support. Dun 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 dun. I'm not going to work there. Yes, I used to do tech support. That's part of the reason I'm so good with computers and people. But no, I'm not going to work there at the tech center. But they're going to have tech support. You can call there. You can ask people. Other than, instead of running down your favorite influencer and praying they know what you're talking about when you ask them a question, you're like, wait, like professionally, I can call a number? Yeah. It might end up a paid service. Like, I don't think they're even saying that, and they'll be like strangling me for claiming it. But I worked in tech support. I've seen what goes into those centers, and it's amazing how many man hours are required. So the salaries is very expensive for that tech support. And the moment a person realizes they're talking to someone who can answer all of their tech questions, they don't want to let them off the phone. So you're paying that person 4 hours to talk to one person. They talk to 2 people a day. 10,000 wallets. Say something weird happens with the wallet and everyone calls in a single day. If everyone's hogging, that means you have 5,000 employees. Do you know what the overhead cost on 5,000 employees is? Well, think if you pay them $100,000 a year. Oh, yeah. Add the 5. That's $500 million a year just to run tech support for 10,000 users. If they all want to call, like, if there's an issue or event, like, oh, yeah, staffing versus need. It may have to be a paid service. I think at first they're going to try it for free, though, so you may even get a chance to enjoy testing it out before it happens. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is starting, guys. And oh, there's even a roadmap. There's even a roadmap. You can do your research and go question them, see whether or not you think they're full of crap or if they're telling the truth. And then, is this something you want to be a part of? Decisions you can make for yourself. I, however, am just letting you guys know that I liked it. I got in on it. I'm very happy. And yeah, so I talk about it often. Make sure people are aware it exists. Whether you want to do it or not, your choice. I did it. But then again, I'm broke. And I sound like a weirdo. And I work construction. And often have to very much trim my mustache or whatever little drywall, and my long nose hairs start making me go on the screen. So I look like I've been when that's not the case. And yeah, so obviously my life's not perfect. I don't know why I'm an influencer. People guess just like math, because yeah, I'm not trying to influence anyone here, other than to do work with your brain, to think, to do research, to question me, put it in the chats when I'm wrong on something. Like, too many people let me get away with my Bitcoin faux pas. Not 15 years, 60. To rechange those calculations. Like, the halving only occurs every 4 years, not every year. See how new I am? You can't trust what I say. I even out myself on my mistakes. So, yeah, I think I've rambled at you long enough because I'm watching that ticket away. And because I'm admin in the chat, that means you could even come and ask me questions in a Telegram chat tonight. And you can find those links on this website if that's what you so choose to do. I just want to make sure this video is out there and then I talked a little bit because I know I haven't been around much. Work's been hard, and I'd be lying if I said that the FTX kerfuffle, just when I was like, yes, it's finally how FTX. Sam, you bastard! And, even me, with all of my hopium and math, knowing my strategies, very confident in myself, and that it's going to work out in the end, even I need some mental health days once in a while. So, sorry, I did not get around to videos the weekend before. This weekend, I had to get chased down by Hekastani. Thank you so much for roping me up and getting me out to do a video. Back on the horse, and I will make sure to get another one out next weekend if I don't do one sooner. But I wanted to get this out there in case you guys had any interest. So if you've already done your DCA and for Hex, and you're all proud because you finally out-bottomed me for once, you got some at 2.4 when I only got some at 2.6, congratulations. If you're already in there and you're waiting for your next bottom, and you're not going to feel too dirty or like you cheated too much to throw a little DCA action into a possible potential future payment system, it's available to you. If you want to laugh at me and just watch over the next couple years to see how it goes and try and buy my position out later with your massive bags of heck and DCA all into this, I also respect that strategy and thought about doing the same, because I openly admitted when these suckers from IM gave me 250 stable coins, I bought Hex with it. Love you, Don. Love you, KG. So, I'm a Hexican. You're a Hexican. And buy Hex. That's cool. I'm taking a chance here because I'm open-minded. Because I haven't been horribly burned on a project yet. It happens very often in crypto. I'm sure it'll come. None of these have exploded yet. My little entourage. XRP is not on this is not on my portfolio. It's a comparison. I hate it, so I do monitor it. I'm like, okay, all is still not well in XRP. So, like, if XRP started doing great while the rest of the universe sucked, I would be crying. So it's kind of like a baseline to make sure my sanity is in check. But the rest of this is in my portfolio. Yeah, not kidding. Apparently, Bitcoin, not a scam. Apparently, ETH, not a scam. Of course, acting more and more sketchy with that censorship crap. Hex, I have not had the best action since I found it November 10th. We know what's happened in the price, and that was November 10th, 2021. And I've been buying since. And then, perpetuals. Okay, well, they've been worth more traditionally. So, yeah, I grabbed this one because it's on discount, and it's still going to be worth more X than one-to-one coin. Like, it works just like Maxi, just for 10 year. And then this is getting crap kicked again, but I have only bought this on its first bottom because I was like, you know what, long man's game. I think it's going to do something. I may have picked up some of this because I started to think, you know what, this has held pretty steady at the same rate for so long, and then it finally started dropping, and I'm like, whatever. The reason why did I get some of this? So I could stake it. Because I had my Hedron staked earning it, and I have a WhatsApp earning it, but I didn't have any Icosa staked earning anything else. So now I got my Icosa staked earning Icosa and Hedron. I got Hedron staked earning Icosa, and I got WhatsApp that I bought with Hedron earning Icosa. Like, okay. Now I got some actions. The only thing I have not participated in is an HSI. Like, I've been waiting for Pulse Chain where it was going to be cheap for gas and I was going to make an HSI there. It's just, so I got my 5555 and my 777 stake. Yeah, 2 year and a 15. While I'm waiting for Pulse for cheaper staking fees. And then, I even have this free dropped meme coin, which, just lost its hardcore support line This is the long-standing year-long bear or bull trend of it. We'll see how this holds up. Traditionally, since this project's launched, this bull trend has not been broken. If you want to see the macro, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There we go. From opening day wick down, all wicks and further bottom, this has held. That does not mean it will continue to hold. It means we will be watching it to see if it holds. If we still make a higher bottom, we'll likely finally get over this double top in this asset. If it loses it, we're going to have to definitely go back to double test this. And nothing else is off the table depending on market conditions either. So, and weight token is still waiting for Paul's chain. And its price floor moved below what I thought its price floor is. Everything did. I'm like, oh wow, because like its entire time of running, it didn't crack below that, and then I said that, and okay, so ouch, the bear market hurts us all, and then BNB says, really? What'd you say? What'd you say? You talking to me? Are you talking to me? And I'm like, wow, scam chain. Settle down. Settle down. Yeah, because I mean, as much as it was looking really good, I had to reassess things after the FTX explosion because it even blew back on Binance a little. So that's I'm wondering whether this will hold out or not. The long trend of bullishness where we haven't totally lost this perspective of value gain. And then I'm not watching XRP as intently. So there you go, guys. Gotta get us rundown of all my favorite assets. Speaking again of year-long bull trends, and the price just basically came back down to that spot right before the sacrifice. What an opportunity, because this is the token that's already out. So the dividends from WD are going to be used to buy this up. And such low liquidity. Such low liquidity. That means lots of room for price to move up. Yeah, that's why I like this asset. It's very volatile, very risky. Hex, very safe, very good, very responsible. I'm 95% sold on RH systems. Okay, I'm a hexakin. I just have not said my vows. I'm still 5% degenerate. I like my other things. It is what it is. I'm not trying to get anyone wrecked. I tell you, do your research, and Richard Hart builds the best. It's just he's not the only builder, and I think there are some second bests, and I'm yet to be burned. So, because I won't touch anything that ends in EN right now. That's my way of saying it. No, you know what? Screw it. Just say their names. Like, I'm not. I'm so glad I did not touch any version of Zen. So glad. Nothing. No regret there whatsoever. To just not be associated with a horrible construction and a horrible design. So, these at least are meant for value added. All the protocols I look at real revenue value generation. So, I'm trying to look at things that will better the ecosystem, I think. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Yeah, as always, you get a gold star for staying till the end. And until next time, I hope you guys can all stay frosty.